All right, welcome back to another episode of Fantasy with Man McMahon. Today, we are going to be looking at match day 2 of the UCL group stages. So today we're going to go over how my my match day 1 team went. I'm going to make that mistake a bunch of times. I'm still on FPL brain. But yeah, we're going to take a look at the match day 1 team, see how I performed, talk about what went wrong, what happened, how I made a couple errors that I should have been smarter, but past is the past, and we'll also talk about how I am approaching Game Week 2, including activating my wild card for Game Week 2, or Match Day 2. You get what I mean. And I'll explain why activating the wild card here at this point in time might be a bit of a smart decision. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, that's the plan for today. We'll talk about the results from last week and the plans for this week. Alright, so let's talk about what happened in Match Day 1. Obviously, 49 points is a disappointing return. That's what I ended up with. Not great, but I mean, it was unfortunate. I had heard rumors that Chelsea would be playing the rotation game against Zenit, so I ended up taking out Mendy and Rudiger, and oh boy, that was a mistake. But yeah, past is the past. I ended up swapping in De Gea and then Diego Carlos and Acuna from Sevilla, and they had okay match days. Wasn't great, but I also brought in Van de Beek, and as soon as Wan-Bissaka got that red card, any Manchester United pick from match day 1 was an L. It was a big ol' L, and yeah. So let's take a look. On the bench, obviously, Shevchenko didn't even play. Van de Beek, already talked about it. He was in for a little bit, got subbed off at halftime because, yeah, they were down a man. Mori didn't play, and then Acuna did play. I subbed him out, I think for Alvarez. I took the risk there, because I knew, like, worst comes to worst, if I lose some points, I only end up losing 1 point. Like, obviously, every point counts, but regardless, it's fine. Then you talk about De Gea. Yeah, Manchester United losing to young boys. Wow, that was bad. Trent, it was okay. Like, it was unfortunate that it was originally classified as it was originally classified as it being his goal, and then it got changed to an own goal, so he only got the assist. So that lost me some points. Hakimi, just all of PSG was also an L. Mbappe got an assist, thankfully, before he had to leave injured, so that was another great time. Like we already talked about, Sevilla, Diego Carlos, and Acuna, they both did okay, but obviously they gave up plenty of goals and conceded penalties as well, so yeah, that was tough. Midfield, Royce, I mean, he had his chances. Same thing with Haaland. It can be said for every member of Dortmund except for Jude Bellingham. The fact that they had chances, they just didn't convert them, and I don't know why. I don't know, maybe just to spite me. Alvarez did decent considering he's a CDM and he's not really doing anything. I thought when I saw Halle, I'm not sure how you say his name, but the guy that got 4 goals for Ajax, I thought maybe Alvarez would get an assist, but nope. Torres, Man City, can score 6 goals, but apparently Torres has no involvement there. And Jorginho, I mean, I wasn't expecting a whole lot. He's just going to get solid points at a pretty low price. And then Ronaldo, at least he got a goal before the rest of the yikes happened for Man United. But that's what happened. It wasn't a great match day, but let's move on and talk about what I got planned for this week. All right, so let's talk about my team for match day 2. I have activated my wild card, and honestly, like, some people might be looking at me kind of crazy, like, you're activating your wild card this early? Yes, and the reason why is, at this point, if you can find somebody that has good match day 2 and match day 3 matchups, they're going to have good match day 4 and match day 5 matchups, so it's going to be a very compact window of like, good value. So if I can make all those transfers now, I'll have unlimited transfers before the round of 16, and then beyond that, like I found this experience with Euro Fantasy. Like once you get to the knockout stages, like the amount of transfers they allow per round is more than enough. So this is why I'm activating my wildcard now. It means I can set myself up very well in terms of when I need to make my transfers. Obviously, some players will get transferred out in between, but I have my allotted 2 free transfers in between the match days, and everything, unless there's like injuries or some cataclysmic event, my transfers should be pretty minimal for the remaining match days. But yeah, I am activating my wildcard. It just means I can pace myself in terms of when I'm making my transfers, and I'm going to be using my unlimited on match day 6 of the group stages to get as much value possible from that chip. But with all that being said, there's a lot of deliberation in terms of figuring out my team. I'm not going to bother reading out all my transfers. I'm just going to put them on screen now, and you can see how indecisive I ended up being. It was like match day 1 all over again. But I'll pull up my team right now, and this is the team that I settled on. Starting up front, we got Haaland. How can you not bet on this man? And Lewandowski. The two Bundesliga boys are going to run riot. I believe in them. In the midfield, we got Alvarez, Bellingham, Otto, Nkunku, and Salah. It's pretty solid. I mean, people might be wondering why is Alvarez and Otto starting. It's because they have the earlier match day in the week, so I will be subbing them out, most likely. And then at the back, we have Santos, Roussillon, and Mazuri. And same thing, like, well, especially with Mazuri, the fact that chances are they're going to get subbed out. It's just on the offhand, they have a fantastic match day. I didn't want to miss out on it. Same thing with Destanoglu. I think he's the goalkeeper for Besiktas. I don't even know. I just saw a goalie that was worth 4.0 and put up points in match day 1, so jumped on that. The bench is very decent. Castiles, Gosens, Upamecano, and of course Ronaldo. It's just because they have the later game in the match day, so I can transfer them in. I can sub them in case somebody doesn't perform. But I'm happy with my balance between players that play on the 28th and the 29th. So this is what I'm going for. I'm hoping, just because of the matchup, that obviously I'm hoping for a better result than match day 1. But when you look at Haaland and Bellingham both go against Sporting, and then the week after, or the next match day, they go against Ajax, so that's a decent block of 2 games. Lewandowski goes against Dynamo Kiev and then Benfica. That's decent. Salah goes against Porto, then Atletico. I might transfer him out. I might transfer him out for match day 3 and 4, but we'll see how it goes. Nkunku, same thing. He goes against Bruges, match day 2, but match day 3 and 4, he's going against PSG, so chances are that might be a transfer out as well. Santos is purely here because he is worth 4.0, and he goes against Malmo, so it shouldn't be too bad. Roussillon, I might actually keep him around because he is only costing 4 million, and he goes against Sevilla, then Salzburg, and they performed well against Lille. So yeah, why not back him? The two Ajax boys, Alvarez and Mazraoui, obviously they go against Besiktas this week, but next week they go against Dortmund. But the good news is with them, they're cheap enough that I can just keep them on my bench. I don't have to worry about, they have a bad game, they have a bad match day matchup, and they cost so much. No, like Alvarez is 4.5, and I think Mazraoui might be the same. And if he's not 4.5, he's like 4.0, so it's not a huge deal. Casillas going up against Sevilla. I already talked about the Roussillon. Gosens for Atalanta is going up against Young Boys. Upamecano, same thing with same matchups, Lewandowski, and then Ronaldo going up against Villarreal, and then he'll be going up against Atalanta. I'm hopeful for this game week, but I'm probably going to be transferring out for match day 4 and obviously match day 5. Nkunku and Salah, those are probably going to be my 2 transfers. I didn't talk about Otto. My mistake. Otto, it's just he's cheap and he plays, and he going against Real Madrid. I'm not expecting anything, but hey, who knows? But yeah, my 2 transfers after this game are probably going to be Nkunku and Salah. I'm not sure who I'm going to transfer them out for. We'll see who's on form, see who's healthy, and see who has the favorable matchups. Alright, that about does it for me today. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed. If I was able to help you out a little bit with strategy, your players, whatever, happy to help. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be back later this week to talk about FPL. I'm going to be doing my Game Week 7 team and talking about strategy for that. But yeah, hope you enjoy the games that are following in the next couple days, and hopefully your fantasy team does well. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, and peace!